Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode here with your Toronto Blue Jays franchise. And we have hit July, and right now your Blue Jays batting average is climbing up there where we're near the bottom, almost at 30. But the offense is starting to click lately. Runs, our offense has found its groove. We're hitting at 14th right now with the Yankees at 359. Guerrero's starting to heat up. Him and his Bichette hits. Where are we at? We're sitting 15th with 735. Just behind Boston. Ahead of the Yankees right now. Home runs. The Mets, of course. You have Soto, Vientos, and Alonso. A triple head monster right there. That is going to be dangerous to deal with. And we are going to be sitting in 15th for home runs with 96. Guerrero 27, Santander 17, Varsho 13, top three leaders in RBIs. We are sitting at 14, 356. And looking at stats here, Varsho hitting below 200, not ideal. He's showing some more power though this year. Arnie Clements, George Springer only at 2 home runs. Hyman still looking for his first. Now Vladdy hitting well over 300, 322 with an on-base percentage of 400. And a slugging of 620 for OPS over 1,000. Schneider's OPS 692, a little low. Will Widener, limited games, but he's been off to a good start. Now Gosman, 7-6. The ERA 5.59 is not ideal. Chris Bassett on the IL. Bastardo. Let's see what Jake Bloss can do with his time up in the majors. Tommy Nance. Nice little veteran presence out of the bullpen. Jeff Hoffman. He's been huge in the closer role. Now AA pitchers. Trey Savage. 3-6, but a 3.36 ERA. We'll take that. And Cal Steffen, the set round pick last year, looking solid in AA. Tiedemann, he's starting to cool off here, but he's 7-6 with a 2.68 ERA. His call up coming soon. Alek Manoah, almost ready to return to the majors. Kloffenstein, not where you want to see him. Now for hitters, the Canadian, Damiano Palmigiani. I butchered that name. Palmigiani leading the Bisons in home runs. But Martinez, not really the stacks we expected to see. So we'll start it off here with a win against the Yankees. And Jimenez and Guerrero with home runs. Francis, another solid outing from him. He's kind of turning into our ace lately. Nice career that's going to be for the 29-year-old. A chance to jump in here versus the Yankees. Bottom of the 9th. Chance to walk it off. George Springer. We'll let him see what he can do, and we have faith. That's a big win against the Yankees. And Santander with the home run. Barrios only gives up 3. Bullpen shuts the door down. Now the Angels, somehow they're in the race for the wild card. But we're going to let them finish it off here. 6-4 win, and a win streak before the draft would be huge. Anthony Santander has himself a day. 3 home runs. Scherzer only gives up 2. Drops his ERA below 3. We will take that. And the last week here to set up some scouting. Wouldn't be too bad to try and find a diamond in the rough. But Jake Bloss, he has a rough second appearance with the Blue Jays there. And Brett Estes, we might leave him there. Roger Hanna, 76-91. Could be somewhere in the 60 range. Mario Reyes could be a nice steal in the 3rd round. We'll keep those guys right now scouted. And that's a big bounce back win against the Angels. Bichette, Widener, and Davis Schneider with home runs. We will take that. Varsho with 2 stolen bases. Gosman gives up 4 through 5 innings. So he's still trying to find his groove. But the Blue Jays almost 20 games above 500 right now. And my goodness, look at this trade between Tampa and Boston. Shane McClanahan coming to the Boston Red Sox for Roman Anthony and Nathan Hickey. What a move for Boston. And the Blue Jays did a win here versus the White Sox, 6-1. George Springer hits a home run, his 3rd of the year. Now can we find a way to get a sweep in Chicago? Up 2-0. Vladdy trying to get his hit streak going. We hold it. All right. 2 out of 3 in Chicago. Can we get a sweep? White Sox still probably one of the worst teams in baseball. And Barrios almost shows a complete game shutout. Now game 3. Looking for a sweep. Oh, and the White Sox offense came to play in the third game here. Oh my goodness. That's alright. You can't win them all. Bo Bichette with a single home run. Scherzer gives up 4. Hit around there in Chicago. Now Jeff Hoffman a chance to close it out here. 1 out. 2 on. Seth Brown will jump on in here. It's the Athletics sitting just behind the Blue Jays in home runs right now. Interesting. And it's a rainy day here. He's 0 for 3, 2 flyouts. Only 2 home runs on the year. Alright, let's see what we can do against Seth Brown. He does have some power from the left side. Can Jeff Hoffman power something by him here? First pitch. And that one's fouled off. He had that one lined up to a T. Just way too early on that one. 0-1 counts. Trying up top. This one. Oh, luckily he didn't get all of that. As Springer should be there. And he is. The Blue Jays get the save here. As Hoffman got away with that one. As that one was a little bit on the plate. Wanted a little more higher up. But we'll take it. We'll blame the rain on that one. And that's another win for your Blue Jays. Taking the lead in the AL East here. As they are red hot here since June. And it's surprising. I was not expecting to be in first place around this stage right now, but your Blue Jays could be buyers at the deadline. That is going to be interesting as we jump into the draft here. One of the higher picks we've had in a while. Alright. Yeah, nothing new here with the draft system. We know this already. Just let us get to it. Come on. So you got Sean Krause, Garrett Dickens, Jermaine Stone, Julian Reyes in their top 4 picks. And with the number 1 pick in the 25 draft, they go with Jermaine Stone. We were hoping he would fall to us if needed, but the Nationals go with him. Looks like they did not want to pay the number 1 pick that much money. So a surprise move here from the Washington Nationals. We'll see if it pays off for them. And with the number 2 pick, the Angels, they go way off the board here with Andres Esquivel. I wonder if they saw something we didn't. We didn't even bother looking at him. Now with the number 3 pick, the Seattle Mariners, they go with Franklin McMahon. It's supposed to go number 2. He drops to 3. Center field, he is a little undersized. 22 years old. He could be MLB ready in 2 or 3 years. In his prime already. Now the Rockies, who are they going to go with here? They go with Jerry Trout, one of the pitchers that we were eyeing. If he did drop to 8. The Cardinals, now on the clock. Cosmo Germain. Alright. It's definitely not a very heavy loaded pitching class, so these guys are going early. Looks like we're going to be taking a positional player. And Roger Hanna, another man we were looking at in the 8th slot there, goes to 6 to Pittsburgh. So the Miami Marlins, who are they looking at? And they go to Sean Krause, supposed to be in the top 3 or top 5. He drops down 2 spots. So now we have some options here. And Garrett Dickens, he is available and he looks like he can smoke the ball. 21 years old, 6'3". That could be a solid Vladdy replacement in the power department. We also have Julian Reyes there, Fisher K, Luis Hernandez, Allman, Donnie Metcalf. Later on, someone we can look at. All these players, though. I don't know if we can sign Garrett Dickens to $8.1 million. That's the only question I'm worried about right now. That's a lot of our draft money just for one player. And if he wants more than that, we could be screwed. But he looks like he could be a generational talent. Might be too good to be true. Reyes, he could be a solid ace option for us as well. But you know what? I'm thinking Garrett Dickens could be the next phenom here in Toronto. He could already be in his 70s as a rookie. He could be MLB ready next year. I would want to work on his defense, though. His defense is a little subpar. If we can get his defense up, he could be an everyday MLB player in 2 years. So Garrett Dickens, welcome to Toronto. He was supposed to be 4th overall. He dropped 4 spots, and the Blue Jays will gladly pick him up here. Oh, we're excited for the future. Alright, that's in my head here. So we're not going to pick until round 3 now. Who's available? Donnie Metcalf, Greg Donlin. Both are there. Metcalf, he's a little bit on the outside of Greg Donlin, but he's 2 years younger. They look to be about the both overall, but Donlin, he could be an A potential. And he's 21, might be 3 years before he has a shot at trying to show what he can do. But with that potential, I just don't think we can pass him up. There is a couple other options here, but Greg Donlin, welcome to the Blue Jays. So the infield prospect and class has gotten better here for Toronto. And he can play third and short if needed as well. Someone that's going to definitely rely on the small ball and defensive side on the infield. Not going to be a power bat. Now round 4. Got Donnie Metcalf still available. But since we took Donlin, I feel like we might pass on him. A catching prospect would be huge. You got Rick Cross. Maybe a little more power in his game. He's got a solid arm. And I think he would be a solid backup catcher in 2 or 3 years behind Alejandro Kirk. Maybe more power in his bat. Round 5. Yeah, Dan Morales there still. We could go with another catcher. I do want to add a pitching prospect, though. There is not a lot of pitching prospects around on this draft class. Cyrus Hernandez is there. Jose Cora. I definitely want someone with some velocity pitching out of the bullpen. He's 23, could be MLB ready, 2-3 years. Let's see what he can be. We never scouted him, but we're going to give a shot on Hernandez. The bullpen arms, they're always lower overall too. Easier to make it to majors as a reliever. And round 6, we're looking for a diamond in the rough here. Hoping we can find some magic here. We'll take the best player available if needed. Pedro Garcia, another bullpen arm. Not the velocity we want to see out of that. And Sebastian Gonzalez, maybe. Sheldon Bruce. No, not what we want to see at all. Alright. Pedro Garcia. No. Luke Pena. Shane Nebes. No. Well, Thomas Dillon. 22-year-old lefty first base bats. That could be tempting. We're running out of time here, though. I don't want computers to auto-generate a pitch for us. So we're going to give a shot on Thomas Dillon, first baseman. And hopefully we can build him up here and find a way for him to make an impact off the bench. But that's going to do it for your draft class, people. Blue Jays go pretty much all positional players. Got the best available. Pretty low in-depth pitching class, but we're excited for that draft class, especially the number 8 pick falling all the way to us. And looking at the rest of the trades here, coming up to the deadline, Ha-Seong Kim. Oh my goodness, he is no longer with Tampa. Danny Jansen. Tampa Bay is just selling off right now. Looks like they're going full rebuild. Pirates get Jefferson Carroll from the Brewers. So they're loaded up on catchers right now. And the Reds get Josh Bell from the Nationals. Oh, it's getting late, people. I'm starting to not be able to talk right now. We got the home run derby coming up. We'll wait for the next episode for that. Yeah, Jimenez, Guerrero, and Kirk leading off offensively here. Francis, another solid game. And with the All-Star game coming up, we're looking at players that are going to be starters. We don't really have any relievers. But Hunter Gaddis, he could be somebody to look at the deadline to acquire. Closing pitcher Jeff Hoffman, looks like he's going to be a starter in the All-Star game. Rushman, Diaz, Bo Naylor, Kirk, nowhere near voting on that one, but Vladdy leading first baseman by a lot of votes there. And second baseman Jimenez too, right in front of Bregman. Third base, Ramirez, Westberg and Royce Lewis right behind. Shortstops, Henderson, Bobby Witt. Left fielder, Santander, 21 home runs already. TJ Friedel, acquired from the Reds. The Royals, picking up some depth in the outfield. Right field, Aaron Judge, 33 home runs already. Could be on pace for another 60-plus year. And looking at the standings, sitting about a game and a half above the Yankees right now. So exciting times here for Toronto. And we will see you guys next time. Till then, peace.